Okay, fighters, we've gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. If you want to touch gloves, come out now. Ready to fight.
Mixed martial arts at its finest. Two of the best in a division ubiquitously regarded as the best in the sport. Ислам Machachев, the -195 betting favorite to become a first-time UFC champion against the credentialed Charles Oливeyra, who is +165. Oливeyra in yellow, Machachев in red. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Timex. Shop the full collection on Timex.com. Use code UFC280 for 12% off today.
Expect Oливeyra to go forward.
Ислам with a big left hand early.
It looked like he hurt him.
Nothing we haven't seen before, though.
You know Charles will get stunned, but keep fighting. The pressure of Oливeyra. Oливeyra takes it to the ground here. Now, Machachef said he would take him down here. Not many people are willing to play this game with Charles Oливeyra. Ислам said he is not afraid. But Bronx, as expected, starts to throw up submissions right away.
Oливeyra's already been cut open for what it's worth. Ислam really trying to make sure he gets either both arms in or out here. Nice job. Nice elbow from Oливeyra off his back.
Oливeyra's ground game is so good, he immediately puts you on the defensive.
Working inside that tight closed guard of Oливeyra. And it's not just the submissions, Paul, when we talk about that active guard of Charles Oливeyra. He will elbow you down there. He will elbow you. He will just keep swiveling those hips. He will threaten submissions and try to do damage from the bottom. But Ислam already avoided that first triangle attempt. Had the big left hand to start things off. Machachев, this is where he wants to be. Charles invited him down.
Yeah, he did. Oливeyra put himself in a position that Machachef said he wanted to be. And as you see that, Oливeyra with the active guard. Machachef passes the half guard. Charles is going deep half sweep here.
Trying to get up. Nice job there from Oливeyra. Look for the knees of Oливeyra in the clinch. Very dangerous.
Great job there by Bronx. Getting back on his feet, using that leg lock attempt to get himself back up. Now he's got Machachef pressed against the side of the octagon.
Right in the corner. Machachef. Herzog using his Brazilian Portuguese to tell Charles Oливeyra hand off the top of the octagon and now taken down.
Nice step through there by Machachef. That wizard kick we talked about earlier.
And we said how important that would be, right, DC? So he doesn't have to shoot low. He doesn't have to put his neck into a vulnerable place against Oливeyra.
With the speed at which that happened. Earlier we saw a couple labored wizard kicks. You gotta attack that if you're gonna try it. Now let's see what Oливeyra does his approach as he's on his back again.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round one. Khabib shouting instructions right there to his brother Machachef.
And you see Ислам move Charles towards the corner where he can take the instructions. If Charles Oливeyra stays here, it's because he wants to be here. He has so many skills off his back to try to change the position. Ислam stacking him. Got to make sure the hips are covered. You cannot allow someone as good as Bronx to get his hips off to his side. You got to keep him square.
And pushing him up against the cage is a smart approach. Because there, he can't move as much. He's got his head pressed in there. He can feel every motion coming from those hips. He knows what's happening. He knows if he's trying to swivel for a long ball or submission attempt at all.
And this doesn't deter Charles Oливeyra. If you remember, Kevin Lee had a lot of success in round one on the ground against Bronx. So he will make the same attacks as the fight goes on.
Strong example right there, coming down the stretch of round one. Jason Herzog, you can assure will give them plenty of time to work here in these situations. Yeah, these guys wanted to be down here. Charles invited them down, and Ислam gracefully gave them over.
That's something you don't want. You used to just continuously be stuck under Ислам strong.
Machachet keeping that elbow on the chin of Oливeyra. Now tries to posture up. Charles swivels it up. Look to land on it.
He's down. Stop.
Round one done.
All right, look, this is that big left hand. Nice straight left. Right off the bat. Look at this. We talk a whole lot about Charles Oliveira's striking, and Islam comes out with a nice strike. There he gets a nice takedown, ends up right in half guard, right on.
Kind of feels like Khabib wants this one even more than his own championship wins. Investment doesn't even begin to describe it when it comes to Makhachev's career and his involvement. Another nice stick there by Makhachev early round two.
Oливейра right back under pressure. Oliveira's corner said he wanted him to go. Front kick to the face. Don't allow Makhachev to get close. Look for Islam to try the inside trip to take Oливeyra down. As he's in close, he will take that left leg inside to try to sweep him to his back.
Machachet has double underhooks here.
And he's got to try to manipulate Oливeyra to take him down. Charles Oliveira, you cannot take down with singles because he's so dangerous and jumping on your neck. You got to try to trip him to knock him down.
We're about 6.5 minutes in, and DC, despite the obvious skill sets in Oliveira's history, you kind of expected a longer fight tonight.
And a harder fight for both guys because of the matchup.
Good knee to the body there a moment ago from Charles Oliveira. Now back to the center of the octagon, under 3.5 in the round.
And as the fight goes longer, Oliveira will gain confidence, but Makhachev is a good striker. I know he's not known for it, but he has tremendous stand-up skills.
Islam doing just fine on his feet, though, so far in this fight.
Yeah, but the longer he does that, the more Charles Oliveira feels good. Defending takedowns. And in that action there against the side of the octagon, you saw that Dubrons recognize this. Maybe this is not a fight that I want to be taking bar. He's defended and stayed upright opposed to going to his back.
Pretty good combination by Machachet there, partially blocked by Oliveira.
Head kick from Machachet.
Yeah, again, the guard raised for Oliveira, but still a rattle.
See Oliveira just slightly hesitant, knowing that Machachet is always going to try to close that distance if he stays too long and he doesn't like what he's seeing.
Charles is just not as reckless as he normally is when he's chasing guys down. I think he's just aware of the takedowns coming in his direction.
I think Oliveira would do.
Knocked down from Machachet. Right into the lock wall.
He's got to watch the arm triangle here. If Machachet can pass the guard, he's got the arm triangle. Oh, this is devastating.
Submits Charles Oliveira to win the title. Way to stamp yourself the best in the world. Machachet submits the greatest finisher in UFC history. The belt en route to Dagestan.
The way that Machachet was able to hurt Oliveira so many times on the feet. We talked all about his wrestling, the sambo, the jiu-jitsu, but it was the strikes that led to all of this. He was able to knock Oliveira down, and then once he had him hurt and had him just questioning himself for a second, he locks up this arm triangle. And like DC talked about,